one of them down. That's a full team kill.
God, what is that?
Another! He's looking for a third. He's gonna get it.
Not the kill, and Vastek's gonna find another one. He finds that shot. He finds two.
He's still alive. Can he go in?
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna go bar down and give Saints the lead again.
Hello, Saints Nation, and welcome to tonight's broadcast. My name is Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside Daniel Jobin here for you all tonight. And it is going to be the NECC regular season here in Week 8.
Yes.
We got your St. Clair Saints here versus Bay State.
Yes.
It is going to be a good one here tonight.
Yeah, we got some Overwatch on the table for tonight. St. Clair definitely got an uphill battle tonight, but I mean, coming down to the end of the season, I think they're just ready to go guns all blazing. So hopefully we get a good series tonight.
100%. And speaking of the series, it may say best of 3 on your screen, but we are actually a best of 5 here for this evening on NECC. So we'll just get that one switch over here for you guys real quick. But yeah, NECC, Bay State, St. Clair, this is one of their best chances of actually making playoffs here for these NECC run. But you have to go against the 1 seed being Bay State. They're undefeated in series and as of maps. So it is definitely going to be a tall task here for the Saints tonight.
Yeah.
But if they can bring their A game, we might be able to see what they can do.
Yeah, maybe the desperation will pull something out of them because this is essentially a must-win. They're 1-5 on the season right now. So basically fighting for a playoff spot, they pretty much have to win the last 2 games. So if there's ever a time for them to come out with their heads on fire and try to shock the world tonight.
Yeah, and like you were saying, 1-5 for the Saints. It's a 6-0 Bay State roster with an 18-0 map count record here on themselves. A nuts roster. They've been a crazy good roster. I think we saw them in preseason here actually. I don't know if it was this semester or last semester, but I know we ran into Bay State Overwatch not too long ago, and it went Bay State favored. So we're gonna see if St. Clair can try to turn things around here a little bit tonight. Yeah,
hopefully able to find a different result. Bay State, as we know, and so many different esports, just such a strong team, and obviously the golden season so far in NECC. So St. Clair, just try to find anything to build momentum off of, and just try not to get discouraged, and just keep your mental up and try to just fight back in the game if things start to go wrong.
They do have this game, and then they do have one more for NECC regular season, I do believe, here after this one. And that will actually wrap up the season. So NECC slowly coming to an end here for all titles, as we do see a lot of playoffs coming around the corner here in early April. How excited are you for that, Jobin?
Oh, so many, the playoffs, the next 2-3 weeks are going to be absolutely crazy. So hopefully they're able to get in because we've had a lot of teams and a lot of playoffs the last couple of weeks. So we'd love the Overwatch team to join that club as well. They had a couple good runs in the Activision Blizzard series as well. So we'd love to see all our teams get in the playoffs the next couple of weeks. So hopefully they're able to put together a run here.
Exactly. So the way this format actually does work here tonight in this best of 5 is we do have the one map here, the first map selected, and then we do see the following maps are picked out by the losing team here. So throughout, if Saints do drop the game 1, they will get to pick a map 2, which is a benefit for these teams that might go down in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. So map 1 is going to be Nepal, so not too sure how St. Clair's familiarity or anything with it. I know I'm sure Bay State has pretty good stranglehold on most of the maps in the game. So St. Clair going to have to come out, hopefully put together some kind of good game plan because this one's going to get real hot real fast probably.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I'm expecting this one to come out of the gates very aggressive. This first team fight is going to be very dramatic, and it will have a lot of effects to it. So with that one being said, we are looking to hop into things here now. St. Clair College versus Bay State College here today. St. Clair in the blue, Bay State in the yellow. And let's take a little peek at each team's starting lineup. So your Saints will have a Jubel, Cheesy, Arjun, Bailable, Apostle, and G-Scales. Bay State College this time around, I remember these names very, very well. We got Neb, Cabe, Abs, Faded, Kawami, and then Depresso. I remember Depresso. I remember Depresso. I remember now, how can you not remember Depresso? That's such an iconic name.
Yeah, that's the one immediately when I saw it. I was like, oh, now I recognize. I wasn't sure about the other players. The memory was fading, but yeah, definitely saw that when it kicked in. So
I personally also remember that Neb was crazy on the support in the heals play here. So
Mercy Farah combo was pretty nasty too. So he's probably going to be looking to pocket Depresso as much as possible. Try to get those downhill range shots on St. Clair. Going to be a push up here, both teams. Control point 1 unlocked for 20 seconds. So both teams going to try to figure out what they want to position here. Available. Going to be on that tracer, trying to dive the back line as per usual. G-Scales will find an insta kill on this end. So great shot with the arrow to start off for St. Clair. So little bright spot there to start things off.
G-Skills is so good at finding these shots here. He's connecting on the head. He is a very, very accurate shooter with whatever gun you put in his hand here in Overwatch. So exactly what we are seeing here today, and we'll see if he can keep it up as we move on forward. So that is going to be Cave finding Apostle. Now Cheesy going to inflict some damage over here to the side of Bay State, but Bay State will be the first ones to grab that control point and get the percentage ticking in their favor.
Yeah, that Pharah Mercy already proving pretty big dividends for the side of Bay State. I think they've already picked up 2 kills for Depresso, and he's been at full HP pretty much the whole time, St. Clair. After they got the kill on the Zen, not really able to take out any of the support, so Bay State able to keep the sustain. Although Neb and Depresso will fall 3 actually fall for the side of Bay State, including both supports, and now St. Clair. If they're able to get a good pusher, they should be able to retake control of the site possibly and start to swing the momentum.
Yeah, St. Clair has gotten a few kills for themselves. They're playing a very, very well hold here, and it does look like they should be able to pull off the retake, and that is successful. So here we go. St. Clair now going to have things ticking in their favor, and Bay State didn't get a crazy amount of percentage on that one, so it's good for St. Clair to be able to retake this one pretty early on in this first round.
Yeah, it's really important to not give up like 75-80% first push where you almost feel like you're out of the game or you have to play like flawlessly. So able to chip away at the percentage. 27, definitely nothing where they're going to be overly concerned. Okay, going to be in these backline junk rush shots. Depresso will end up finding the kill on G-Skill, so pretty big. Cheesy will end up trading off Faded, so one tank going down for the side of Bay State. Junk Tire will come through, unable to find anything for the time being. Came out 1 HP, and he will end up getting taken out by Cheesy. The Junk Tire goes for naught, and Bay State gonna have to back up here, but they are going to take out a couple of the Saints as well, so really strong back and forth there. Apostle trying to find. Kiwami will end up finding 2, so St. Clair slowly getting picked apart here. Bailable trying to hang on with the Soldier, but Bay State looks like they are going to take control, and this point is ticking up in their favor.
Yeah, it is, but St. Clair's doing a good job here as well of finding their own kills and opening things up here. I think they're doing a little bit better than I was expecting here, coming right out of the gates. They're finding a lot of these kills, and they're doing better than the last time we saw them play around Bay State. So good stuff for St. Clair so far. You might be down on the percentages, but they're at least keeping themselves in this one and playing a great game here so far.
Yeah, they certainly haven't been rolled out of the site too like quickly yet. They've had pretty good sustain in most of these fights. Abs will get the kill on Bailable, and Apostle will fall. So once again, Saints just kind of falling one by one in Bay State, able to kind of isolate and take these guys out. Kiwami will then take Apostle. Faded will end up getting knocked off the map by Ubel, so getting a little boop there to take out one of the tanks. Bay State is still going to have full point control. That percentage is ticking up, going towards above 80 now. St. Clair, couple ultimates online, but not too many where they'd be able to get a full retake probably. In Bay State, going to try to hold this front line and get this percentage to 100.
Yeah, the Dragons will come through here now, and they're only about 10% away from actually closing this one out. So St. Clair, this is where you got to pull up the pressure. This is where you got to swarm in, but that is going to be 3-4 for the side of Bay State. Cheesy able to answer back, takes out Depresso, but just like that, Neb and Abs are going to help out for the full team wipe. Cheesy goes down, the objective secured, and Bay State College going to come away with the first round and lead 1-0 in map 1, 100% to 25.
Mercy and Pharah, can you name a more iconic duo? Depresso, able to pick up a double kill with the ultimate, gets the res off from the Mercy, and able to find another kill. And that entire game, he was just so hard to kill. And when you have someone just raining down so much damage from above, and you're just not able, I think the Neb only got taken out maybe once. So when that Mercy stays alive as long as she does, that's going to spell trouble for St. Clair. And they did have a lot of really good fights backs there. They did show a lot of strength trying to keep that point and try to fight back, but Bay State just able to edge them out in those team fights and find those last frags.
Yeah, I believe you know personally that I'm a big fan of the Pharah Mercy combo here as well. It's just beautiful, right? I mean, it rains hell from above, essentially, with the Pharah. So, looking very, very good in that regard. But here we go. We are going to be changing over our points now, as we do see the Saints still remaining in the blue, Bay State in the yellow. And let's get this one going, our first initial team fight. And it looks like we're still going to be having the Pharah active for Depresso and Neb. The same combo still coming through despite changing points.
Yeah, really, really open area is this one. So, Depresso and Neb able to play a lot of verticality and able to play down on that site and rain rockets. So Depresso will end up getting taken out by G-Scales right away. So nice pick for St. Clair. Going to be switched onto the DPS. They're cheesy. Going to try to find some tags. Apostle will get taken out. Neb will get the res on Depresso. So just as we said, that Mercy res comes up so fast. And once again, Bay State able to actually take control, but St. Clair would end up taking the point. Cheesy able to dive the backline and take it. But now St. Clair going to be in heavy contest. Arjun trying to clear the site off. Trying to get the kill on Kiwami. Will do it. St. Clair actually doing a decent job of holding the point, trading kills back and forth so far.
Yeah, Arjun giving off a lot of healing over here to his teammates. Now inflicting some damage on Depresso, but Depresso will be there for the cleanup. Can they get the trade out? Not the case. It looks like the Mercy was too strong on Depresso. Apostle going to take down Abs, and now just like that, we have a little bit of a contest here, and it will be Cheesy getting demexed. So Faded just holding things down on the Roadhog. Does not look like anybody's there to contest, but just like that, Apostle going to come in on the hamster ball and makes an impact on this one. This is still ticking in St. Clair's favor. They're up to 35% here now. A good start.
Yeah, once again, though, Bay State did pick up a couple kills, and Neb, once again, they weren't able to get the kill on him. He does get the res, and look how fast the Mercy res comes back online. He already has another one, and he res like 15-20 seconds ago. It's just absolutely broken, and Bay State taking full advantage so far. They ended up taking the point. St. Clair, 35%, nothing to scoff at, so not too bad of a start, but you're going to have to battle back here, because Bay State is not going to give up control without a fight.
Oh, not by any means necessary. So here we are just on the back line. It is going to be St. Clair grouping up and looking to make their push right here, right now.
Ooh.
The first one in is Bailable. He's going to find one there on the Soldier 76. It's going to be actually fighting himself over there. Going to take down Cave. Neb and Abs here going to actually get the res up on the Cave as well. And Abs going to find Arjun. Bailable good for another. And he is hunting for more. Bailable, what else can you find?
Yeah, found the Soldier 76 twice. The far out will end up taking him out and will take out Apostle. So Depresso able to find 2, possibly 3. Faded will end up taking out G-Scales, and Depresso and Faded clearing out the rest of the site. So what looked like a really, really good start to St. Clair. Bay State just shut it down.
Yeah, looking good. They are at the halfway marker here now and already up 1-0 in this best of 3 for map 1. So they're off to the start that they are looking for. Now, can they close this one out here? Now, St. Clair has to try to contest. And they are going to be grouping up and trying to make another team push in. Kiwami here, the first line of defense, firing in some utility, but not going to really get a crazy amount of damage. And that's actually going to be Abs swinging out here, trying to slow down St. Clair. And it's working out quite well. Depresso will find Yubo. That is the support line down here early on for the side of Bay State. However, it is going to be St. Clair. They got it contested. It's so close, but no. It is going to be all the kills going in favor of Bay State.
Yeah, G-Scale's able to trade out one. Kiwami going to shut down Arjun. Rez is going to come through. Once again, Neb going to be able to pick up the Depresso and get that percentage up again. And Neb going to find the kill on G-Scales as well. So Bay State, any way they can do it, they found a way to get it done. St. Clair with a pretty good push there, burned a couple of the ultimates, but Bay State ultimately too much there. And it looks like St. Clair maybe gets back on here for one last push, especially if Apostle gets on with the hamster. But Bay State looking in full control right now.
Yeah, they are looking good. And now we are in the overtime. 99% on the board. All the kills coming through. And Bay State will take map number 1 of this best of 5 series up against your Saints in pretty dominant fashion there.
Yeah, we saw a couple bright moments out of the side of St. Clair. They tried to do a couple things well. They did win a couple team fights, but Bay State ultimately too much there. And you need to tell a more love story than Depresso and Neb on this Mercy Far. Just felt like every single time St. Clair maybe had some control and they maybe had the site locked down, Depresso would just rain it down from above as we see that ultimate just way too strong, able to take out so many people, and that site clear just too strong for St. Clair.
Yeah, the Faro looking so good over here for Bay State now. So I believe Saints will get to pick their map 2 here. And we are going to be moving over to the hybrid where we got the control points. And then once you get the control point, it opens up the payload and you move the payload along. So it will be interesting to see if St. Clair will be starting on attack or defense for this as well.
Yeah, I'm going to guess, if I was to guess their map pick, I suspect it would be Kings Row. That would maybe be their safe pick, especially when they have to get back in the series. So we'll have to see what they end up deciding. Or yeah, if they want to maybe the attack or the defense, because they actually did a decent job there of holding the site for a little bit, but ultimately Bay State just found those couple kills and they just able to trigger those ultimates at the right time and just keep St. Clair down. So they had a couple good moments there.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely agree with you on the Kings Row pick coming in here for game 2. I mean, it's not coined Saints Row for no reason, so I'd assume that the Kings, that the Saints will pick up the Kings Row here for this next one. But yeah, I mean, I'm very interested to see. I feel like the starting on offense or defense is actually a major factor coming up in this next one because it really can change the momentum of things. So it's actually going to be Hollywood rather than Kings Row.
Saints going LA on us.
Yeah, exactly, right? So here we are. But yeah, starting on attack or defense means a lot because if St. Clair cannot get that control point unlocked on attack, their defense will be extremely hard. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, if you start on attack and you don't put a ton of pressure offensively, guess what? All you need to do is lose 1 or 2 team fights on defense and all of that progress will be pretty much chalk. So definitely, if you come out on attack, they have to come out. And they honestly, for better or worse, just come out swinging. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you went down putting everything into it, and who cares then?
That's exactly it. So game 2 should be hopping underway with us in just a few moments here as players are all loading in and getting set up with that one. So very excited. Bay State are going to be leading 1-0, and this is where the Saints are looking to answer back. It's going to be pretty difficult if they take it up to a 2-0 fashion here, forcing the Saints to reverse sweep.
Yeah, if this goes 2-0, I'm going to say with a 99.9% certainty they will not end up reverse sweeping. So this is gut check time for St. Clair. Pretty much have to have it. Going with Hollywood, so I hope they're feeling strong because we expected the Kings Row pick. Maybe they think that Bay State would have expected that pick too, so maybe you try to throw a wrench in there. So hopefully they got some plans for Hollywood because they're going to need it.
Yeah, like if I'm Bay State, I'm fully prepping for a Kings Row pick.
Yeah, I would have been too,
honest.
probably.
So I think it's going to be throwing the side of Bay State off a little bit to be seeing Hollywood, but I'm a big advocate for Hollywood. Last time we actually saw Bay State against St. Clair, I remember vividly that we saw Hollywood in one of the map picks, I do believe. So very, very interesting to see it here once again, and let's see how this one plays.
Yeah, St. Clair, decent results last time, but definitely going to be looking to take this map here. Going to be going with a little bit different comp. Yubel going to be on the Ana this time. Arjun going to be on the Zenyatta. Available, still going to be on that Soldier. Apostle and G-Skills, pretty typical with the Hanzo and the Hamster. They say going to go with the Zarya and the Lucio, so going to be a little bit different this time. A little bit different comps from both teams. They're going to go with the Ana as well, so curious to see which team's able to push through here. In St. Clair, you got to have it, so I hope they come ready.
Here we go. It is going to be looking like the side of Bay State will be the first team here to defend, with St. Clair on the attack. So let's see how this one does play out. Apostle makes his way around on the hamster ball here. Can he find something? I don't think they don't know he's really there as of yet. I don't think.
Yeah,
I might have just forgot about him.
Yeah, just tucking to the corner. Although if Apostle isn't causing direct issue, Kiwami with a great hook and melee on G-Skills, able to find the kill. But if Apostle's back there, it's okay. Until he starts taking the point or trying to mess around, they're probably just going to let him kind of do his thing in the corner. Kiwami finding hooks left and right. Hooks available and gets the one-shot with the shotty. So Bay State just shutting down St. Clair. What a huge hook from St. Clair as well, trying to get the hog dead. But Bay State so far able to hold this front line of St. Clair.
These hooks are lethal. I didn't know we were fishing out here or something, but oh my goodness, it is going to be a couple kills coming through for the side of Bay State here now. And even more hooks are landing. Cable clean, available. Soldier 76 fight between those two players. And now, just like that, St. Clair, it's a minute off the clock here already. You got to find this opening a little bit, but right now, this Bay State defense is just looking super strong here on the front line.
Yeah, and Kwame right now is Defensive Player of the Year because he is just hooking everybody off the front line of St. Clair and dispatching them with the quickness. Gonna have to back up for St. Clair. Is gonna find a couple kills, so maybe they can finally break through this front line and get an entry onto site. Apostle, this will be an excellent time for the flank. He will think so as well. We'll get the drop and try to find some damage. Ana will end up getting the hack on him, so he won't be able to get any health for the time being. Is gonna be low HP, smacks into the dumpster, but he will get taken out. The whole hog end up getting 2 kills, so Kiwami, once again, just absolutely dominating this front line of St. Clair.
Yeah, so much damage there from the hamster ball, just not able to clean things up. That's got to be pretty upsetting if you are from Apostle, but they're going to be trying to turn things around here now. Yuba will find Forgotten, and that's going to be a good little opening. Now just waiting for their team to group up a little bit more to make their way in. A lot of ults for St. Clair to be used here as well. Yubel, Argent, Bailable, Apostle. We should be seeing some of those come through here soon for St. Clair to try to push their way through this double car setup.
Yeah, they're about to have 6 ultimates possibly at the same time, so I'm fully expecting them to have a make or break decision here. Apostle is going to try to swing it on the hamster. He will get tagged up with the mines a little bit, so gonna have to back up with the damage. St. Clair is gonna pop a ton of ultimates to try to get the push. They will pop 3 or 4 ultimates. Bailable finds 2 with the soldier, so St. Clair popping every ultimate they have in the bag, but it ends up working for the time being, able to finally get site pressure and finally chip away at this objective.
Oh, G-Scale's gonna get put to sleep, and he's gonna be tagged down pretty weak here now. And yeah, Faded gonna find Argent. Cheesy though, good for a few. G-Scale's gonna find Abs, and now just like this, St. Clair up to 2 ticks, and they are looking to capture the control point and unlock things. Oh, but we will see a last-second contest. This could cause some problems, but it does look like St. Clair should be all right here. However, a lot more players from Bay State are starting to follow it up, and now we actually have 2 players on the contest. Let's see how this one goes.
Yeah, Lucio just getting able to dance around Bailable and Cheesy for a little while there. Eventually, Bailable, he will succumb to the melee, and now St. Clair finally able to get past P1. Now, finally got a chance to push the payload. They got 3.5 minutes, so not all day, but not the end of the road. They still have some time to work. Bailable is going to get immediately taken up by Abs and Apostle, trapped in the corner with Ana, trying to find something, but gonna have to back up there. We'll end up shooting the translocator, so St. Clair gonna try to have to regroup here and try to get this push onto the payload and keep this going.
Yeah, so Apostle applying the pressure from the backline. Very big for St. Clair to unleash that payload here to begin with, to try to get some progress. They've made their way up here a little bit on the street, but Cabe is going to cause some problems alongside Abs and Forgotten here, and that's going to be a few kills for Bay State. Cabe, the Tracer, going crazy, inflicting tons of damage here now, and we do see the spawn getting completely shut down of St. Clair as Bay State is ready to go. Kiwami on the Road Dog trying to find any sort of uses that he can and will find one on Bailable, just trying to sneak out on the soldier.
Yeah, this has been some excellent play from Bay State. Abs using the Ana ultimate to set up Cabe for the supercharge, get a bunch of kills on the Tracer. Cabe will end up falling, maybe to fall damage or something, but Cheesy will end up getting the hog kill on Kiwami, so maybe St. Clair, they finally got a couple kills on some of the stronger players for the time being, so you want to try to get this point, you got to try to at least get that objective and try to get that time bonus. Forgotten is going to sit up there and try to get some info. He's going to end up shooting Bailable in the back, so going to be a little bit of a duel. Bailable will end up falling to Faded, so Bay State able to play this top-down game, and Faded is on the back line of St. Clair. I don't think they have any ideas on the roof yet. Cheesy will find the kill on Apostle finds it with the ulti on Abs, so maybe they can break through this front line and keep this payload moving.
Yeah, we'll see if they can break through it. I mean, they've already gotten over half of the way here now, and they've gotten a few kills for themselves. Now we also do see Faded getting contested up there. However, the ult will come through, and that will be Apostle going down with that ult. Forgotten, finding G-Scales on a nice little headshot. Cave following up for one more. Argent, good for a trade. What else can he find? The Soldier 76 getting a great deal of damage, and that is going to be the help of Argent to clean up Cave. However, the hooks on the Roadhog are so lethal here right now.
Yeah, Kwame's got more hooks than I can count right now. I think he's up to like 10 or 12 almost, and every single time it's been pretty much a guaranteed kill. Apostle gonna try to buy time here. We'll end up getting hacked. No healing allowed. Neb will end up shutting him down, courtesy of a couple of his teammates. Now, St. Clair, they will have 5 ultimates. Apostle is on respawn, so time is starting to tick down a little bit here, especially because they haven't got that little time bonus yet, and they still have a little ways to go. So maybe one more fat push from St. Clair with all these ultimates. They're gonna try to invest a lot and maybe try to get a huge push here.
And we will see. And the Bay State side complimenting St. Clair on their ults and stuff. And nice stuff there.
Cheesy may have missed an ult. I think that was a little tongue-in-cheek.
Oh, no, it happens to the best of us, man.
Well,
I think I was talking to Argent maybe too, potentially, but I'm not 100% sure. Argent did use his ult and got some good use out of it, but that is so many kills now going in favor of Bay State. They're going to find a few here. St. Clair forced to regroup. They're going to knock back up to about halfway to this first point. 45 seconds, still a good amount of time. If they can just break through this general store sign, they will open things up a lot more for themselves to try to open up this payload. And it does look like they are able to get up here. Can they push it through, though?
Yeah, the only problem with, I think 5 or the entire team just died before that. It was just away from being a team ace, so all of them had to reset the full progress to get there. Another hook from the top rope by Kiwami will get helped out with the Lucio. Cave going to be set up on this Bastion, try to get the turret going, try to find some damage. Ultimates are going to get popped by St. Clair. The Transcendent's going to come through, going to try to find something. Yubel is going to get hacked. Ultimates are going to come through for both teams. The Bastion are going to come through, trying to tank Yubel. We'll get the shots off. We'll take out G-Scales as well. So Bay State just running through St. Clair right now, and time is ticking.
The Bastion ult always makes me feel like I'm playing like World of Tanks or something like that, and he's just running around with that big tank shot. So looking good on that one. Bay State will shut it down, but St. Clair still finding a point on the board here, putting it to a 1-0 scoreline. So Bay State, it's not going to be, you know, a free half for them by any means necessary. They're still going to have to get at least 75 plus meters on this one and get that control point unlocked. So St. Clair, let's see what they can do on the defensive side here now up against Bay State. It's going to be interesting to see if the comps are going to be kind of similar.
Yeah, I hope St. Clair has something in mind for this defensive side, because if Bay State wins, I would give it like 2 and maybe a half of a team fight. They're probably going to end up pushing this progress. So St. Clair, they're going to have to come out and play damn near flawless defense for what will be several minutes. So we'll be excited to see, what kind of comps are going to come out. Man, Kiwami on those hooks last round, he literally single-handedly shut down St. Clair's front line for like 45 seconds to a minute. So you got to do something about him. Forgotten is going to be on the Widow this time, so going to try to maybe snipe out those backline support to St. Clair. So Bay State, a little bit of a different idea with these comps, though. Going to see Apostle back on the Reinhardt as well. So both teams maybe going with some of their more familiar picture this time.
Yeah, Cave is loving the tank right now, so he's just going to stick with that one here. And let's look at the side of St. Clair. Yeah, we got Cheesy sticking with the Diva. Yubel there on the Genji trying on the back line. And a pretty standard setup here. G-Scales, he's been, actually on the Tracer here now. So it's interesting, because sometimes you see G-Scales on the Tracer, sometimes you see Bailable on the Tracer. Yeah. It really does depend, but it is looking like it was going to be G-Scales here now on that one. So here we are. Let's see how this one goes. St. Clair College here now up 1-0 in this map. Can they turn things around?
St. Clair gonna walk up behind Bay State, immediately try to find the kill. Apostle will find one with the Fire Strike. Cheesy will find a kill as well. So Bay State and St. Clair colliding heads right as the round starts, and St. Clair able to find 3 right off the rip. So gonna run up in Bay State's face and able to take out 4 now. So St. Clair definitely caught Bay State off guard there, and what a play to start off.
Yeah, what a play. I was not expecting the aggression coming out of the gate like that. But just like that, that is going to be now Faded demeched and looking to take him down as well. Faded will just be trying to, just lose his life, accept defeat in that one, and regroup with the rest of the team. Bailable will clean him up. And now here we go. Apostle will open the second team fight now, off with a kill onto Abs as well. Cheesy fighting Kiwami. So St. Clair off to a phenomenal start on their defense. But there's the Pharaoh on Forgotten. Going to find some value taking down Cheesy. Bailable good for 1 on a Cave. Forgotten now fighting his second onto Argent. Bailable falling here as well. Now this is looking like Bay State is regaining some composure here for themselves.
Yeah, I love the early aggression out of St. Clair. G-Cel's going to try to find him. We'll end up demecking Faded. Going to try to find more. Apostle going to have to back up. I love the early aggression. It seemed like it worked for the time being, but once Bay State kind of broke through that line, Forgotten is going to find 2 more. 1 with the ultimate, I believe. So Bay State is able to clear the point. They are going to get some progress here, and St. Clair going to have to battle back pretty hard. Actually, they're probably going to be too far cut off to stop this. Maybe one more small push, but it'll be tough.
Yeah, just like that, Forgotten hopping right into enemy line here to try to shut things down right then and there. Just like that, that is going to be the control point unlocked, tied up a 1-1 here now. And now if you're from the side of Bay State, you got to move this one 75 meters here to take map number 2.
Yeah, you're going to get probably 25 to 30 for free. Apostle is waiting around the corner, possibly with the shatter. He does have a shatter in the back pocket, so Apostle going to try to set up a huge shatter here. Going to try to look for it. It looks like shatter will come through. Takes out 4 on the shatter on top of the payload. Massive healing will come through for the side of Bay State. Ultimates on both sides. Bailable finds the first frag out of the team fight. Cabe will find one on the Bastion. Neb will find a kill on Apostle, so excellent shatter by Apostle to start off, but Bay State nullifying all of the offense out of St. Clair right there.
Yeah, that is going to be a full team wipe here. Now, Bailable, G-Scales, Jubal forced to regroup and try to come back into this one here with the team. It is now going to be, just a few more meters to go here for Bay State to take map number 2 here on Hollywood. And I don't know if St. Clair's even in a position to really contest this one right now.
I'll tell you, a spoiler, they are definitely not. Reinhardt maybe gets a charge on. He will, and he will not end up getting to the point on time. Not quite enough mobility in the big hammer arm, but St. Clair, what a shatter by Apostle. That was their golden opportunity, and I think the Transcendence came through for the side of Bay State. Just get that massive healing and just able to keep that team fight going for so long, and Bay State just perfect utility at the perfect timing, able to just shut down an almost perfect play from Apostle.
Yeah, despite going down in this game, I like a few of the things that St. Clair did in that one.
Yeah.
The early aggression on the defensive half paid off very well. They won their first initial 2 team fights there on that one. And then as well as what you were saying there with the Transcendence there, the smash, the Reinhardt smash, going to be so nice there for themselves. And it really just slowed things down here for the side of Bay State. So St. Clair at least still putting some ripples in Bay State's plays, and that is really what we'd like to see here.
Yeah, like I said, if you're going to fall on the sword. I love that they came out and just kind of snuck on the right side of the door, because not many teams, like, you'll set up for a front-facing team fight, but usually not like that where you hide in, like, the short corner. So I love that they tried that. It ended up working for a little while, but the problem is that, like, once the gimmick is kind of up and the jig is up, it's like, okay, now we have to, like, actually go back to what we were doing, like, the last map. And once those team fights got together, you could see Bay State just was definitely a step ahead of St. Clair. And St. Clair, a couple good moments, but Bay State just, they're too clean right now.
Yes, so map 3 now, we will be heading over to the strictly payload game mode here now, I do believe. So it is going to be on what map was
Dorado.
it? Dorado. Okay, so that one will be interesting to see here as well. I'm not even sure if I've really seen Dorado a whole lot.
I've seen it a decent amount, yeah. So the Saints, though, if no map is safe against Bay State, so honestly, I don't really think it matters what map either team picked. St. Clair, you got to come out with that early aggression again. If you're gonna go out, just go out guns blazing. And honestly, that's what we love to see, and they got to keep going with it.
Yeah, that is exactly it. So hopping into this game here now on Dorado. St. Clair in the yellow on the right side of your screen this time around, with Bay State on the blue in the left side of your screen. It does look like, I believe we're going to be seeing St. Clair on the attacking side here first. So let's see how they can do with this one.
If I'm not mistaken, did Bay State sub a player? Was Mike in the game the last 2 maps?
No.
I don't recall seeing his name. Yeah, I think
you are right there on that one.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing him, and he's going to be on the Baptiste, so I can't remember which player they would have switched out there. Actually, Depresso. How can we forget? Depresso's not there anymore. So
our boy Depresso, where are you at?
I think he did enough. He did some heavy lifting on the Pharah the last 2 rounds, so maybe they just like the roll switch or trying to get someone else in.
Is this as much of a Pharah map?
It definitely could be, but if you're in Bay State's position, maybe they just want to try something different, or they just like they feel like they're in a position, and rightfully so, where they can get away with something. Because even if say they were to like kind of throw or lose this map, guess what? They still have more time to play with.
Yeah, they're up 2-0.
So for them, they're willing to probably try something, and I'm sure Mike is probably a very, very strong player if he's on Bay State. So I'm sure there won't be a very large drop off in skill here. So we'll have to see. A little bit of a wrinkle though. So hopefully St. Clair able to find some advantage in it, some silver lining.
Neb is just being a sneaky guy off here in the corner right now. Look at him. He's creeping his way up. Nobody knows he's here. Arjun and Cheesy, what are you going to do? Neb is just on the back line.
He pointed at him.
Oh. We're getting a nice little friendly handshake on the back line, but okay.
Gentleman's agreement.
Forgotten taking down Cheesy. Yubel will res up G-Scales. We're going to have a little bit of a fight here for ourselves now.
Yeah, G-Scales going to try to find some damage. Bailable on the far. We'll actually get the kill on Forgotten, taking out the Junkrat. Arjun will end up falling to Cave, so that gentleman's agreement in the backline must have ended up being broken. The truce definitely was soiled because he ended up dying, so Kwame will end up dying as well, falling off the map, maybe getting knocked off by one of the members of St. Clair. Kev is going to be on the brig, trying to hold this front line. Cheesy will end up finding the kill on Neb, though, so great job, Cave. Going to be on the Doomfish, trying to cause some problems. Faded will find the kill on Jubal, so support for St. Clair going down. G-Skills, very low health as well, and St. Clair doing a pretty decent job of riding out these gunfights. Bailable doing a really good job on this Pharah so far.
Yeah, it's really helping out. You know, I was just asking if it's really a Pharah map, and he is proving to me that yes, it is. Pharah is getting used here right now for the better in St. Clair's favor. Faded going to take some good damage on the Roadhog, but oh my goodness, what a hook!
What distance? Didn't they? I swear they patched where that thing wasn't supposed to go that far. But I guess Kiwami, or no, not even Kiwami this time. They have Faded on the Roadhog. So whatever way you want to spin it, the hooks are coming for Bay State, and the kills are coming too. Able to find a couple kills on the DPS of St. Clair and some of the tanks. And Bay State just once again still a step ahead. And Bailable is going to drop the ultimate, try to find a kill. He will find one, and he will leave at Kiwami and end up killing him. So. Not too bad to come back for St. Clair, but man, those hooks, like, that's broken.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting to see. But with that one being said, McCon here actually making his debut for the side of Bay State in map number 3. He's not doing too shabby as of right now. Available and Apostle each finding a couple kills for themselves. That's going to look very good for Gotten here. We're going to find one on the Available. Arjun there, good for the trade out onto Cave. And St. Clair looking to take this one over to its first objective. They're almost off to getting the first point on the board for themselves.
Yeah, res on Available going to be huge. Set up the thing, and Available immediately gets killed by the Junkrat. So while the res was huge, it instantly gets nullified and torn apart. Yubel is going to try to find the kill. Immortality Field goes down. Still trying to find the kill. Unable to do so. The Junk Tower does come through. So going to be trying to find a killer. Forgotten, going to be going off the statue. Still trying to find a member of St. Clair up into the window, trying to find one. Eventually finds G-Scales on his cross-map journey. Apostle fell as well, so St. Clair does have a couple ultimates online, and the payload should catch this next progress, but they have a lot of work to do still.
Just so bad for G-Skills in that one. When are you going to expect a tire running way back to like near your spawn?
That's with 0 seconds left. There's max distance tire.
Exactly, right? So here we are. It is going to be just inches away from closing out this first point here. Bailable doing some good work here on the Pharah. Going to get some good damage, but is forced to fall off the angle a little bit here. Yubel takes down Forgotten, and it does look like Cheesy's going to find Faded as well. Yubel good for the res. Yubel playing very, very well with these reses on Mercy this game.
Yeah, doing a really good job of staying alive. And for Mercy, that's the biggest thing. Just even when your teammate's not there to pocket, just find that little corner where you can hide and just wait for either Bailable to come back or set up for G-Skills to try to find some damage. Cheesy will find a kill. Cave and Mike can going to find a couple kills of their own, so St. Clair. G-Skills, excellent shot to take out Cave, dropping the Widowmaker. Field will go up. G-Skills will pop the ultimate. Couple ults coming through. They're going to try to find some kills here. Going to be a bit of a stalemate. Bay State still holding strong. Forgotten will find the kill, and Mike and will drop G-Skills. So St. Clair just unable to find those 2 to 3 kills they need. Yubel will end up falling well. That'll be huge for St. Clair.
Yeah, G-Skills did pop the ultimate because he did want to switch over to the Tracer there now. So now switching up from that Soldier over to the Tracer. We'll see how that does play for himself, trying to get that quick ult up. And with that one being said, we got some trades between Arjun and Faded. That is going to be Cheesy with a nice hook and a kill as well. St. Clair, they've yet to find this first point yet, but they are still super close. They got to hop on this one for the overtime. That is exactly why G-Skills pulled out the Tracer. Available, going to find one here onto K, but what else can they do?
Not a whole lot. Available. Going to try to find one. Kiwami and Maiken are slowly clearing out the site. Support down and tanks are down. Kiwami finding the last kill with the fire strike. And St. Clair, it's not for a lack of trying, but Bay State, they were just too damn good at holding that payload.
Yeah, so just under 83 meters is what St. Clair got on that one, and that is all Bay State will need to try to close out game number 3 here in this best of 5 series between these two teams.
Yeah, they're going to need to pull out all the stops and maybe try to figure out some weird entry again on Bay State to try to buy as much time as possible because, again, 75 meters and 82, they're pretty much in the range. If you lose 2 team fights, then you could pretty much start to book it. Otherwise, you have to play flawlessly for like 5+ minutes, depending how fast Bay State moves it. So I really hope St. Clair's got something in their back pocket because Bay State, they've shown not really they've barely shown any flaws so far. There's not really any holes in the game plan for St. Clair to attack.
Yes, agreed. Faded will once again be hopping on that Roadhog. We've seen how lethal it has been from Bay State so far in this series, and we're going to continue to see that one come through.
I'm going to be hearing Roadhog hooks in my dreams.
Yeah, all night tonight. You're going to be trying to sleep, and it's like...
the chink of metal.
You know, some people listen to, you know, rain or ocean waves or whatnot. Some people listen to Roadhog hooks.
12 hours of Roadhog hooks. Oh, no.
What can you do? But anyways... We are going to be seeing both of these teams getting fully selected out here on their comps. And we are going to be getting into things. And honestly, McCon looks so much like Phoenix there from
oh, yeah. Baptiste and Phoenix
Valorant.
are brothers from a different universe. Like they look like identical characters. I know. It always confused me. Cheesy. Going to stay with the Orisa shield. Going to be tied up in the corner. So not sure it's the best idea. Unable to get hooked, though, because of the Orisa ability. But no matter. Cabe will find the kill. So maybe a questionable decision by Cheesy. Maybe trying to meme a little bit, but who knows? G-Scales will find another kill to trade out. So both Orisas will fall first. Apostle and G-Scales going to do some work in the mid. Apostle still holding that shield strong, so despite a little bit of a funny play from St. Clair to start, once again, it seems to be working, so maybe you stick to it if it seems to confuse Bay State.
Yeah, Bailable doing some work here on the May. Going to get some progress and completely actually shuts down Bay State early on here. He's going to find some more. Forgotten going down a good May wall to just even slow down this push. Neb will finally be here to try to contest things out a little bit more, but he's going to be forced off as well. Bailable is going crazy on this May here right now. That is going to be Kawami able to take down Impossible. Look at that, just another good May wall just to really just interfere with the side of Bay State right now.
Yeah, Bailable going to be hitting that ice block. Try to stay alive as long as he can. Lots of members of Bay State swarming. They will end up taking him out. So St. Clair, it looked a little bit janky, a little bit weird, but it was certainly very effective for the first minute and a half so of the game. But now Bay State, this is where they become problematic, and this is where St. Clair has shown they struggle to win these second and third tier team fights. So they're going to have to find one of these next two team fights because, like we said, only 40 plus meters to go now.
Yeah, it's already over half the way there if you are from the side of Bay State. St. Clair, this is where you are looking to shut things down, but this is also where it gets a little bit harder to push the payload. Right around this lower part of the bridge and this open area, this is where St. Clair also can spawn a little bit closer to. Kawami and G-Scales going 1-for-1 with some trades. Forgotten, though, able to take down that May of Bailable, one of those players that's been causing lots of problems so far for the side of Bay State, and they're followed up with a couple more on a Cheesy, G-Scales, and Ubel, and just like that, it's only Apostle and Arjun here for the side of St. Clair in the first contest, and honestly, just like that, that might be it for Bay State.
Yeah, St. Clair, the only strategy they really had those second and third pushes was basically, all right, we're going to use Bailable's wall to block the payload so it literally can't move, but once that wall went down, there was not really a second strategy. Bay State was always able to find kills on the other side of it, so the May walls were great to delay St. Clair. They tried some stuff in the beginning, and they found some success with it. Look at Mike, and going to get play of the game coming in as a sub, game 3.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you didn't see, we didn't see him in game 1 and 2, and he's going to come in here in game 3 and make the plays happen. Bailable falling down on the fair, some nice shots there from himself as well, and ooh, just like that, a nice little placement is going to find Ubel on the Mercy. It's great to be taking down supports. It's always, when you're on the other team and you see like one of those support players go down, and that's the player you killed, you're so happy about that. Yeah, 100%. So Bay State taking this one in 3-0 fashion. They're going to advance to 7-0 with a 21-0 map count here in NECC. As for your Saints, they're going to be dropping now to 1-6 here in NECC as well. So they are looking to turn things around with their final game of the season, try to end things on a high note. But it's going to be pretty difficult to make a playoff position here now. Yeah, playoffs is essentially a pipe dream at this point, so I'm sure they'll have to win and have 3 or 4 things bounce their way, and maybe even then, I'm not sure, because like to get in the playoffs with that kind of record is like, that's going to be a tall order regardless of the league or what you're in. So definitely going to have to come out and try to bounce back and find a win. They played, I mean, they played as well as they could have for Bay State tonight. Gotta say, if you're the Saints, I feel like you come away with this one not like completely disappointed with how it went, right? I mean, you had a few good plays, a very few good openings. You got to look at the glass half full rather than half empty, because you got to take away your benefits from that game. Go back, look at things. There were things that you did right, and there were things that actually made Bay State struggle a little bit. One of the best teams here in Collegiate Overwatch, if not the best team here in Collegiate Overwatch. So really take away what you can from this and learn something from this one, right? Take away some of these plays that Bay State potentially made and try to utilize them to your own. Yeah, St. Clair, the one thing they do, they honestly, the starting point of their games was really, really good. Those entries, that while confusing, they were actually seemed to be like pretty well set up and actually pretty effective on every single map. So they do a great job of starting each map up. It's just when they get in those staggered team fights where they're kind of sending one guy and like 2 guys in waves and it's kind of back and forth in Bay State, they always seem to have 3 or 4 guys always swarming the payload. Even with those May walls coming up, it can only block so much, and while it's great that Bailable is able to delay them and get the freeze on, it's just Bay State swarms too much and St. Clair just a little bit too out of pocket in places, and in Overwatch all it takes is one person out of pocket and then the team falls. 100%. So GG's all around to both teams here now. And we are going to have a few things to talk about actually before we do head out for the day. I'm not sure. Did we draw our winner for our TikTok giveaway yet? No. Okay, so that one will be drawn here in the next, probably in the next 48 hours or so. But let's talk about that real quick. You probably have your last few hours to try to enter up into this giveaway, because the winner will be drawn March 31st. We are on March 31st, and this is your final opportunities to actually enter this TikTok giveaway here. So if you are interested in winning a $50 Steam gift card, make sure you head over to our Twitter. Follow our Twitter and our TikTok, tag one friend, and like and retweet the post. That is our pinned tweet at Saints Gaming CA on Twitter. You can also do ! giveaway in the chat, and that will prompt you for the tweet, and follow these 3 simple steps, and then you will be automatically entered in for a $50 Steam gift card. Winner will be drawn very, very shortly, so enter right here, right now, or you might miss out. Yeah, you have about 4 hours left, so I would go. Make sure you head over to the Twitter, like the post, and try to enter that giveaway. Free content and free money. How could you hate it? Exactly. And with that being said, if you're interested interested in some more Saints stuff, acquire.ca/Saints. We'll have all your merchandise if you're looking to rep your Saints outside of just the esports scene, outside of the Twitch chat. You can do so here with the Saints merch shop. We got t-shirts, jackets, jerseys, crew necks, hoodies, all at acquire.ca/Saints, and so much more. All very comfortable and affordable. Make sure you go give it a shot. Make sure you go look out and check out what we have. Acquire.ca/Saints. I know you got the jersey on right now.
Yeah.
I got the jacket. This is my daily driver. I got this wherever I go.
Yeah, same thing with the jersey. Gotta rep it all the time. And now, one of our other lovely sponsors, one of my personal favorites, is our lovely friends over at Crunchyroll, the largest anime and manga streaming service on the planet. I think tomorrow, April 1st, actually, the Funimation library will get added. So there is so much content coming to Crunchyroll in the next couple days, now available on Nintendo Switch as well. And you can get a 14-day premium free trial at crunchyroll.com/Saints. That's crunchyroll.com/Saints. We love them. We thank them. They're the best anime service.
Yeah, don't miss out. 14 days might not even be enough because, there's so much over there to check out. It'll keep you entertained for hours. But thank you to our other sponsors here as well, as we would not be able to put on these shows without them. So thank you to Tim Hortons, Subway, the St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair College Alumni Association. And thank you all to all you viewers back at home. Like what I was saying, we would not be able to put on these shows without you guys there. So thank you so much for always coming in here, showing your support. And thank you to our sponsors as well for showing us constant support. With that being said, if you're interested in becoming a Saint yourself, we are recruiting for 2022, 2023, whether that is varsity or academy. There is scholarships available here for a wide variety of titles. We have those 5 titles on screen for varsity and a ton more for academy. So go to stclairsaints.ca/join if you're interested in becoming a part of Saints Gaming yourself. I highly recommend it.
Yes.
I was a couple of years back looking at all this, and I'm very happy with all the decisions I made and to be where I am here right now. So make sure you give it a go. Apply at stclairsaints.ca/join. Get involved.
Yeah, spots will fill very, very fast, so do not hesitate because there's a lot going on in the fall. So do not hesitate to join up and get into the academy or varsity.
Exactly. So you got any final words here for us tonight, Jobin, before we do sign off for the evening?
Pretty solid performance. A couple fun plays at least. We saw the gentleman's agreement between the Ana and the Brigida there. So a couple nice moments, but Bay State ultimately showing why they're one of the best teams in Overwatch. Just looked like they had a great plan.
It really reminds me of Rocket League when they have the gentleman's agreement for the deadlock.
Oh yeah, the 1v1.
Yeah. So if you lock cars,
what's that, the rule 1?
Yeah. So if you lock cars in Rocket League, you just go until it's essentially done.
You're not allowed to break the deadlock.
No, until it breaks itself or whatever it is. So very interesting to see. But we do have a Rocket League here on Rocket League's channel that is going to be up against Columbia College, I believe, here. Yes. That is at 8 p.m. on Rocket League's channel. If you would like to see your Saints compete over there, that is only 20 minutes away from now. Yeah. So make sure you head over there. Show your love for the Saints in that Rocket League chat. They have been fighting super hard. Headed to Worlds on June 3rd down in Dallas, Texas for DreamHack Dallas. So make sure that you guys check that one out. The Rocket League team is the talk of the town here right now. So make sure you go check them out. And with that one being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys all on the next one. See you later.
Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form at a website near you.